The landscape of 360-degree cameras has never been more competitive than it is right now in April 2026. For a long time, one company ruled this space with almost no opposition, but that changed when the DJI OSMO 360 hit the market. Now, with the rumored Insta360 X6 on the horizon, we are looking at a classic battle between two tech giants. Choosing between them isn't just about which one has the most pixels. It is about how they handle light, how easy they are to use in the heat of the moment, and which software ecosystem fits your workflow better. As we look at the confirmed specs of the DJI model and the leaked information about the upcoming X6, several key differences start to emerge that will define the next year of content creation. And today's video is sponsored by no one. If you want to book this spot, just mail us. One of the most important areas where these two cameras collide is the sensor technology. The DJI OSMO 360 made a huge splash by featuring what they call a 1-inch imaging system. Technically, it uses a unique square sensor that maximizes the circular image coming through the lens, providing incredible detail and about 13.5 stops of dynamic range. This gives the DJI a massive advantage in low light and high contrast situations, like filming a sunset on a snowy mountain. On the other side, the rumored Insta360 X6 is expected to fight back by moving away from the smaller sensors of the past. While some leaks suggest it might match the 1-inch size, others point to a very high-end 1/1.28-inch sensor paired with a new AI-driven image processor. Insta360 has always been a master of using software to squeeze every bit of quality out of their hardware, so the X6 will likely use advanced noise reduction to close the gap with DJI's larger physical sensor. When we talk about pure numbers, the battle for 8K supremacy is where things get really interesting. The DJI OSMO 360 is already a powerhouse, offering native 8K video at up to 50 frames per second. This was a significant jump that made 8K actually usable for action sports. However, the rumors for the Insta360 X6 suggest it might go one step further by offering 8K at 60 frames per second. While the difference between 50 and 60 might seem small on paper, that extra bit of fluidity is a big deal for creators who want the smoothest possible look or the ability to do slight slow motion at the highest resolution. In terms of standard slow motion, both cameras are expected to be very competitive, with DJI already offering 4K at 120 frames per second in its single lens mode. The X6 will likely try to match or beat this by offering high frame rates, even when filming in full 360 degrees, which would give editors much more flexibility when reframing their shots later. The way these cameras feel in your hand is another major point of comparison. DJI went with a slightly wider, more rectangular design that weighs in at about 183 grams. It features a horizontal touchscreen that can rotate its interface depending on how you hold the camera, which is a very thoughtful touch for mounting it in weird spots. The Insta360 X6 is expected to stick to its iconic tall and thin candy bar shape. While it might be slightly heavier, rumors suggest around 200 grams, the vertical design is often preferred by people who use invisible selfie sticks because it creates a smaller blind spot for the stitching software to hide. Another area where they differ is the lens protection. DJI uses a very sturdy build with an IP68 rating, but Insta360 won a lot of fans by introducing user-replaceable lens guards. We expect the X6 to improve on this with even clearer, more scratch-resistant guards that don't affect the image quality. For professional creators, the way a camera handles color is just as important as the resolution. The DJI OSMO 360 supports 10-bit color and has a dedicated D-Log M profile, which is perfect for people who like to color grade their footage to look like a professional movie. It captures over 1 billion colors, ensuring that blue skies and skin tones look natural rather than blotchy. The Insta360 X6 is almost certainly going to include its own 10-bit color options to stay competitive. However, Insta360's secret weapon has always been its mobile app and desktop studio. Their AI-powered Deep Track and Auto-Frame tools are currently considered the gold standard for 360 editing. While DJI has been catching up quickly with their Mimo app, Insta360 still holds a slight lead in making the editing process feel fast and fun for people who aren't professional editors. Nothing ruins a shoot faster than a dead battery or a camera that shuts down because it got too hot. The DJI OSMO 360 is rated for about 100 minutes of 8K recording, which is quite impressive for such a small device. It also features an advanced cooling design to keep it running during long takes. To compete, the Insta360 X6 will need a battery that is at least 2,600 mAh or larger. The rumor mill suggests that Insta360 is working on a new endurance mode that uses more efficient processing to stretch the battery life further than ever before. We also expect to see faster charging on the X6, possibly allowing users to get a 50% charge in just 15 minutes. Since both cameras are designed for high-resolution recording, managing heat will be the biggest challenge for both companies, and the winner will be the one that can film in the sun without needing a break. Finally, we have to look at how these cameras handle your files. DJI made a bold move by including 128 GB of built-in storage on the OSMO 360, which means you can start filming even if you forget your memory card at home. It also uses a very fast USB 3.1 port for moving huge 8K files to your computer. The Insta360 X6 is rumored to keep its traditional micro SD card slot for maximum flexibility, but there are whispers that they might finally add some internal storage as a backup. Both cameras will support high-speed Wi-Fi 6 for wireless transfers to your phone, but DJI's ecosystem has a slight edge for those who already use their drones or gimbals, as everything works together seamlessly. In the end, the choice between the DJI OSMO 360 and the Insta360 X6 will come down to whether you prioritize the raw, low-light power of DJI's sensor or the high-speed 60 frames per second and world-class editing software that Insta360 is known for.